and welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting. I'm Kim, and this is my podcast all about knitting, spinning, and dyeing of yarn, all of which I do right here in my home outside of Lima, Ohio. I live here with Tommy, the kitty cat, who's walking right by right now, Purdy, our kitty cat, and Ginger Snap, my puppy, plus my sweet, sweet husband and his father. So anyways, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing well, but we'll talk about that more later. So you can find me all over the internet, like you can find me as Naturally Kim's Knitting on YouTube, Blogger, Facebook, and WordPress. And then Ravelry, we have a podcast group, Naturally Kim's Knitting, and my personal account there is NapiersKnits. You can also find me on Instagram as knittin_Kim. I don't seem to be on there as much as I used to. Don't know why, but I don't seem to be. Okay, well, guess what? Our knit-alongs from the past month or two are now finished. It is time to announce the winners. So for both of these, your choices are a giftable pattern up to $10 on Amazon, or a Knit Picks card for $10. So for the knit along for May, our winners, we have two of them, Harps 57 and I Now Hour. It's always fun to say. Then on our Ravelry knit along, we have two winners, Handmade Studios 11 and Asteroid. Congratulations. Now you need to PM me within the next 2 weeks so that you can get your prize, whatever it may be. Now, because we finished our other knit-alongs, we're going to start two new ones. The first one is, of course, our finished objects for June. Same thing as always, and if you're new, all you have to do is finish an object in June, take a picture. It doesn't even have to be knitting or crocheting. It can be any craft. Take a picture, post it in the correct thread on Ravelry under the Naturally Kim's Knitting podcast group. And if there's a pattern name, please let us know what it is, because, I collect patterns, and I know many other people do too. Okay, so of course we have our June, finished objects for June, knit along. Then, I didn't put it on I started a new one. I didn't put it on my show notes. I have to change that. I keep going back to those suggestions you guys gave me for knit-alongs and things, and somebody suggested knitting in a specific color. Well, so there is actually a random color generator. I couldn't believe it. So I went there. It's funny because when I brought the screen up originally, it was purple. I thought, ooh, that's tempting. But I thought, no, I didn't actually have it generate. So the generated color is red. So if you begin and finish something in red, starting June 1st, ending July 31st, you need to start it after June 1st, okay? Anyways, you finish an object, take a picture of it, post it in that thread, you put a pattern name if there is one, and you'll be eligible to win. I haven't decided what the prizes are for that yet. Sorry about that. I will let you know. I'm sorry. I was going to do that, get something out yesterday, and I forgot. Oops. So, okay. Let's see. That's all the. Oops. Pushed the wrong thing. That's all the housekeeping stuff. Now, that's just tea. Iced tea. So what are you guys working on? I've actually gotten back to knitting a little bit. Not as much as I would like, because I have to work in exercises all day long. I haven't done them yet this morning. I need to do them. I'm not going to do them while I talk to you guys, though. Which, a blessing is right now, I'm far enough in my physical therapy that I didn't have to go this morning. I go every other day right now. So I have my socks for my cousin, Leanne. I kind of think this color would have been better for a man, but I love it because it's called Indulgence. It is a 6-ply, and it's a little bit thicker than most fingering weight yarns that we use, but it's merino wool, polyamide, and silk. And she works hard, and like I said, I love my cousin. We used to hang out together all the time, Leanne and I. I've told you about Linda, who is the one who taught me how to knit, and Leanne is her sister, who's was just one grade above me. But she never seemed to make it affect our friendship, because we would run around with our other friend Linda, and we would just have a great time. Well, I know she works hard, and I know if anybody asks her to do something, she tries to do it. Love her. And so these are for her. That is one sock. See, I did quite a bit. I did the heel. I did just a standard heel. I didn't put my ribbing on it. I don't know why. Well, I don't know, because Purdy just walks past and shakes my camera. I was going to, but I started on the heel on the first one, and I went, oh, and I didn't want to rip it out, because right now knitting at times can take all my patience. So the other one is not quite as far. I think I need to work on this one today, because I'll hold it this way so you can see it better. So that is that one. I don't think this had a colorway number. Just have, nope, it's color 8. I wish it had a colorway or color number. And then, well, I might as well show these next, because I'm in a sock frame of mind. I'm doing another pair of scrap yarn needles. This is leftover needles from my scrap yarn socks. This is another pair of socks this is a pair of socks for the soup kitchen, using yarn that I've had left over from various socks and other fingering weight things. They're confused. I'll just show the socks because they're confused. So right now I put from the toe up to here. That was one yarn, and then I love this green, so that's the next. And I probably have enough to take it to the heel, where I'll change again. So there's that one. And then this one, the fade on the toe was a little different. I'm hoping they don't mind. Now, remember last week I showed you all that knit picks yarn I've got for being an influencer? Well, oh, I didn't make a pom-pom. I was going to. Anyways, I decided to use some of the Snuggle Puff in the Platypus color. That's a pretty good representation of the color. And I decided to use some of that and to make a hat, to see how it would work up. It's very, very soft, and I'm thinking it will feel very good on any child who's going through chemo. And I did make a mistake in here, so I'm trying not to show you that side. But it has a little stretch, not a lot. It's a very drapey yarn, but I'm thinking still, I'm hoping they still like it. I'm hoping, because I hate to make hats that nobody's going to like. But I'm trying to decide what to do with the rest. Give me some ideas, because I have, of various colors, I have 6 skeins of this. And this is an Aran heavy worsted weight yarn. So, and it does have nylon in it, so that's why it's stretchy. If you have any ideas of what else I could do with these, put it in the comments, and I will see what I can find. I prefer not to. If you give me just a general idea, I can go searching. I know I don't have enough for a sweater, but isn't that gorgeous? I wish you could feel this. It is so soft. Like I said, it passes the cheek test. So anyways, I'm looking forward to using more. I just wanted to try other things. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Oh, love that. that I wanted to show you. This is so funny because this isn't even knitting related, really. Well, it is knitting related now, but it wasn't when I got it. So, as you know, I had my had shoulder surgery, and they send you home with this, well, I had a nerve block in my neck, and they sent it home in this. Okay, now I'm not crazy about what the printing on it, but it comes with a nice belt. So what I can do is, you know how I love to knit when I bounce. I put this around my waist, put my yarn in the pocket, and I just start knitting away. Isn't that cool? Actually, my therapist, she said she uses hers for when she does 5Ks, keep her phone and things in it. And so at times, depending what I'm knitting, I may have other things in there besides my yarn. But, you know, it's funny because if she wouldn't have said that about 5Ks, I probably would have given it back, said I don't want it. But I thought, ooh, when I bounce on my ball, that is perfect. Because I have 2 cats who love yarn. You know. I did want to show you something. And just a minute. I see it over there. I got to go get it. So okay, I'm not sure how I'm going to show this, but I'm going to try. So, you know, I got some sock yarn from Wool to Dye For, and I decided I was going to try dyeing it, but I wanted to do a gradient dye. So, for this one, I used purple Kool-Aid. I was going to spin one wrong side out. I don't think I can get to it. Anyways, but I wanted to start with the lighter color, but look at that. Okay, so, as you get to the center, it all becomes this darker purple. So it's a gradient, and I'm probably going to get 2 pairs of socks out of this. So I'm very happy with that, because I did 2 balls. Because I figured I don't want a gradient of one toe to start on the lighter, and then the other toe to start on the darker. So this way I can start them both about the same color. Because I dyed them at the same time, too, using the same method. Okay, wow. So let's see. Oh, well, I showed you the Chemo cap I finished. I did finish the other pattern test that I was working on for our Taiga Hilliard. I don't think I can show it yet. So I worked on my Shakespeare in Love last week. It was a little tough on my shoulder to do sewing. Don't know why sewing is tougher than knitting, but it is. Well, because I'm doing this motion, and this motion hurts. So anyways, I haven't finished it. I'm working on it, but I can only do a couple stitches, which is sad when you're working on putting a sweater together. That's okay. When I have it finished, you will see me wear it, at least in the opening of the show, because I do love it still. I just have to wait till my shoulder's better. Okay. Let's see. Well, I was just talking about my shoulder. So, and I've told you physical therapy is now down to 3 days a week. Unfortunately, I got my stitches out yesterday, and I've been keeping a Band-Aid over it. Well, for some reason, it got infected. So, I had to take antibiotics. She had to work on getting it cleaned up yesterday. So, it wasn't really a fun appointment, but then afterwards, I went over to physical therapy. And Friday, I had hit a wall. I went into physical therapy with my shoulder hurting, like everything. And so we had to take a step backwards with all my exercises. And one thing I don't like is taking a step backwards. I'm still not up to where I was before. So we just have to wait and see. Somebody did ask what would have caused the plastic in my shoulder replacement to have broken apart. They really don't know. It's not a common thing, because I went in yesterday and said, okay, I need to know, is this common? Do I need to be on the lookout for this shoulder? Or what? She goes, it's not common, but it does occur. So I said, okay, so I don't have to worry about this shoulder. Okay, good. So just got to get my right shoulder back up to snuff. Whatever, you know. So let's see. Oh, I want to remind you, my daughter has Moore's Adventure in World. I don't remember all of it, but I have links to it. And it's all about the things she is teaching her kids, units of things. Now she did a product. She also does product review, and beginning of every month she does that month's Science Minute. This month's Science Minute is about how to make a Milky Way. So if you're interested, oh, and then she also did a unit on the ancient Celts, which anybody who knows me knows that the Celts really interest me. Like I've said years ago, Molly and I spent 5 weeks because she was writing a paper for her graduation, and it was all about the Celts. I really didn't know anything about the Celts at this time, but as we went around to different museums and different things, I got to read up. There was one place that actually, I don't know what you call it. It was a presentation, but it's no longer there because I really wanted to go and take my husband sometime, but it's no longer there. It was called Celtica. But the Celts fascinate me. So time I get something about the Celts, I'm reading it. Anyway, so she's doing an ancient unit on the ancient Celts. It includes science, math, art, everything. And she's got 2 kids that are doing it. So she also has ideas for younger children and older children. It's cool. She did a product review of reading games by learning resources. And I tell you, the thing I sound like I'm a proud mother, and I am a proud mother, but her posts are so good. If you know, or if you are a homeschooling adult, check these out. These are so cool. So anyways, yes, I am proud, but that's not why I'm telling you to check them out. If I were still teaching, I would check them out. Okay. Oh, did any of you guys see the space launch? Or the rocket launch? It was so cool. I was disappointed because I sat there during the first day when it was supposed to go up. And then when they canceled it, oh. And then the day that they ended up doing it, our internet was not worth anything. So I got to see it a day late. But I love things about space. I mean, I taught a whole unit to my 5th graders, I think. I'm not sure if 5th graders or 6th graders. But we did so many hands-on things. And we had some movies that were from NASA that we would show. And it was just so cool. So for me, if I get a chance to watch a space launching or a rocket launching, I'm going to try to do it. I wanted to share something funny with you. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, you may have seen a couple pictures that I took of an airplane. I've never ever had this happen in my life. I kept hearing a low-flying plane. Now, we do have an airport, but it's a little ways away. We never have them this low-flying. And it kept zooming over our house. So finally I went outside to look, and it was a crop duster. They were dusting a field across our road. So I took a couple pictures because it was rather amazing to watch. They did scare us a couple times because they got very close to my former house and this house before they went down to dust. But it was cool. Now, there were times in my past where I talked about things that I watched. During this lockdown, I love happy animal rescues, where, you know, I don't know. Some of them are rather sad in the beginning, but they always end on an up note. Hope for Paws is a rescue organization in California. Now, I live in Ohio, so you know it doesn't really affect me, but they take videos of their rescues, and they are so good. You know, so I've been watching those whenever they put one of those out. I've even gone back and watched some of the older ones because, oh, They are so good. Oh, I should tell you something else. I don't know if any of you guys watch HGTV, or maybe you're streaming now and you used to watch it or whatever. I'm thinking it's just for this month. I don't know how long it is. You can watch a lot of their shows for free. Well, go to HGTV and search around and you'll find it, because I was so impressed. I love Good Bones, because it's located in Indianapolis, which I know Indianapolis. I love Indianapolis. It's the other state over, but I've been there many times. And I love the fact that they take old rundown houses, maybe not in the best neighborhoods, and they fix them up. They want to renovate Indianapolis one house at a time. So anyways, let's see. Okay, as you guys know, I am an affiliate with Knitpicks and an influencer. So I just wanted to let you know they're still having their $10 off the sweet sweater savings. Buy 10 plus cotton or cotton blend yarn, and you can get $10 off. And then they're also so sad already about my yarn. If you buy 20 skeins of bare yarn, that's yarn that's not dyed, you can receive a 15% discount. If you've never dyed yarn, Kool-Aid is a great way of going. I mean, they have so many different colors. Don't get the sweetened, use the unsweetened. And the nice thing is, you usually don't have to add vinegar. Now, my last batch I had to add a little bit because my yarn wasn't taking up the color. I added the vinegar though, and it was amazing. Kool-Aid is a fun way to go. I don't know if you want to buy 20 skeins of bare yarn, but it is fun to do. Okay, let's see. I think that's it. I don't have a book review. I'm reading a good book, but I'm not ready to review it yet. I don't have any craft books right now. So anyways, I think that's it. Look at that. Last week, it went on forever. This week, I'm just about right where I like to be. My monitor's over here. That's why I'm looking that way. So anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed week. Lots of love in it. Lots of blessings surrounding you. I hope that all your projects go well without any mistakes. But if you do make any mistakes, I hope they're little ones that are easy to fix. I love you all. Big hugs. Take care. And God bless. See you next week. Bye-bye.